Greetings, everyone. Hello. Greetings, everyone. What's going on with TikTok? I don't think my TikTok works. Hi, guys. It's your big bald-headed sister, Action Jacqueline. Good Tuesday afternoon. I hope everybody's doing well. It is my March wig maintenance day, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's making me a little bit miserable. So last month, I did not do my March. I did not do my February wig maintenance. I also didn't spend any money on wigs last month either. I don't know what was going on in February, which was literally 2 or 3 days ago. But yeah, I don't think I wigged a lot in February 2026. I'm not sure why, because y'all know I typically spend like between $200 and $240 per month on wigs. So for me to not have spent a dime on wigs, I kind of wondering how I was able to do that. I mean, I do know how. Well, for one, I started wearing human hair wigs, which hasn't been the best, honestly. It hasn't been the best. I will say a beautiful human hair wig is lovely. But when it comes to the blondes, y'all, there's a reason why they charge so much money for blonde wigs. And you won't understand it unless you wear blonde wigs. You just won't understand. But to summarize it for those of you who are new to the session, because I talk about this all the time, a blonde wig is really just a black wig that has been bleached. And if you know anything about bleaching hair, then you know that bleaching hair typically damages hair, especially when you're trying to bleach it from a dark shade of off black or black to bleach blonde, which is what I like to wear. Yeah, so most of the hair that we get is from the heads of Asian people. Asian people have dark hair, so it is what it is, right? So yeah, for that reason, a nice blonde human hair wig is going to cost a whole lot of money. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a good quality wig. You just have to just know what brands to buy. And I do know which brands to buy. I just don't want to spend that kind of money. I don't want to spend the $2,300 to $2,700 that is being asked for a human hair blonde wig. And so I bought a couple of budget-friendly human hair blonde wigs. And well, while the short ones are okay, because at a certain length, it just doesn't matter so much, if the hair is a little slightly damaged, you can get away with it. But when it comes to long styles, which I like, I like that long hair look. That's my thing. Yeah, not so much. So I bought a long hair blonde wig, and I didn't spend a lot of money on it. I think I spent like under $300 for it, which maybe, I don't know. Do you guys think that's a lot of money? I'm not sure. It depends on where you're at in your wig journey. Because honestly, when you start wearing wigs, you might think, "Oh, this is a nice wig for $200," and then all of a sudden you find yourself spending $700 on a wig. Which, like, how did it get to this? Well, it happens. But yeah, I spent $200 on that wig, and to be honest with you, I would have been better off not buying it at all, because the last time, I wore it a few times and it was okay. It was just okay because, well, for one thing, the construction was pretty poor. It was a lace wig. It's a lace wig, and I have it right here. It's a lace wig, and it didn't have ear tabs cut in, and I really, really respect an ear tab. I think if you're bald, an ear tab is really, really important. So for that particular wig, it did have enough extended lace so that I could cut in some ear tabs, but something about it was very uncomfortable. It was like cutting into my ear. So I ended up cutting it in this weird way, and cutting the cap a little bit just to get that miserable, whatever that was, out of, from poking the side of my ear. And I think I have to replace that elastic, which I don't mind doing that. But then, I washed it, and after I washed it, it kind of exposed itself. After I dried it and everything, it was smelling like like Play-Doh. So that's kind of like an indicator that you know you're dealing with damaged hair. If it smells a certain way, damaged hair, bleach damaged hair has a very particular scent, and these wig companies, they're really good at masking that scent. You know, they put all kind of products in it to cover up the scent and to make it look pretty for, you know, the in-store experience. And then after you've worn it for a few times, then you quickly realize that it was, you know, it's damaged. So anyway, that one, it was doing okay until I washed it, and then it just started to smell like Play-Doh, and I just shoved it into a bag and left it alone for a month and a half. And now I want to go shopping. Now I want to go shopping, and I can't go shopping until I understand my wig situation. Because you know, if there's something that needs to be bought, the priority is on the wig. You know what I mean? So I want to get some new jewelry because y'all know, as a bald girl, jewelry plays a big part of our overall aesthetic. And I know I'm going to put the wig on. I put the wig on every day before I go out, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to sit pretty in my baldness. You know what I mean? So I'd like to get some new lipstick. I don't want to spend any money even on lipstick. The lipstick is going to cost something like probably $40. Maybe $35 or $40. And then I want to get some jewelry, you know, that's going to cost a little money. I'm not going to buy like fine jewelry because I typically end up losing it or breaking it anyway. So I'm just going to get some. I'll probably end up going to Primark because, you know, they have pretty good costume jewelry. Also, Amazon has really good costume jewelry. You can look up, what do they call it? Like gold plated jewelry, that kind of stuff that just doesn't change really quickly. This is one of the pieces, but I feel like it's not working with this outfit. I think I want to change it. And I want to change my earrings too. I don't know. I'm just so frustrated. But anyway, so I have my hair drying. It's dry now, so it stopped. Y'all see that? Y'all see that little weird thing in the corner? What you're looking at is an upside down hair dryer with a towel over it, because this is how I dry my wigs. Unfortunately, damaged, bleached blonde hair or any kind of hair that's not the best quality does not air dry properly, right? So I had to put it in to dry in a blow dryer. What I do is I just take the blow dryer and I turn it, the hair dryer, and I turn it upside down like this. And then I cover the hair dryer, and this is how it looks. This is the wig I've been talking about, the wig I've been bad mouthing after it's been blow dried. It comes out pretty nice inside that. I only put it in for like 50 minutes, 50, because it's pretty long. But so now it smells like hair conditioner and shampoo. But I could still smell that faint Play-Doh scent in there. And I can also tell it's not all the way dry, but I don't want to put it back on into the dryer because it's loud. The dryer is very noisy. I could do it later, but not now. So yeah, this is the part that I cut out. And then I had to like cut this part open because that shit was digging into my freaking head. It was hurting so much. And now I know this is not going to last. So I think I'm going to have to take a piece of elastic and like sew it in all around here. That might do it. Oh, and apparently I had to also cut the cap a little bit, if you could see there. I forgot I did this actually. Anyway, yeah, I cut the cap to make it fit my head better. So let's see what this is looking like. Oh, look, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Hang on. Let's figure this one out. Guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I'm your big bald-headed sister, Action Jacqueline. And I am here hoping that I'll reach the bald girl community because y'all are my besties, okay? I have real besties in real life. I have a real bestie in real life. But she's not bald, so she don't get it. She don't get it. She actually has really nice hair. She gets on my nerves too, talking about it all the time. She's all like, oh, you know, me and my kids, we all have nice hair. I'm like, oh, isn't that wonderful for you? Are you here, bestie? Are you hearing me badmouth you? I'm really happy that her and her kids have beautiful hair. They actually do. My kid has beautiful hair too. My daughter has gorgeous hair. My son has gorgeous hair. Thank God, because they could have ended up like me, and I really. All right, so this is better than the situation I had going on before I washed it, but I can still feel it's very dry here in the front. What would you guys use on this? If you had dry, damaged hair, what product would you use? I have some products that I typically use, but when I used it last time, it didn't work. So I don't know why it would work any better this time. Guys, make sure that you like the live. If you're following, if you're watching today, make sure that you like the live. So this is the product I used last time, which should be good. I mean, I've used it on other wigs and it was great, but somehow it didn't work here. So I have this, which was you guys help me, okay? I have the chai keratin mist, and then I have this argan oil, which is just a gloss and shine. And then I have this wig shine. So these are both just for, I guess, to add gloss. I don't know. So I think I actually need something more than just gloss, but I need something that's gonna add some real moisture to the front part. What would it be? What would it be? I think that's what I'm worried about. So then I also have this almond oil, which is like my go-to. So anyway, you guys, if you're just joining, I am going through all my wigs, washing them one by one, and seeing which wigs I have to throw away. I have like a bunch of, too many wigs to be honest, but I feel naked if I don't have like a plethora of wigs to play with. Like I can't just wear one style every day. Who else is like that? I can't just wear one style. I have to like alternate often. I think years ago when my hair first started falling out, well, when I first started wearing wigs, I had told myself that if I'm going to wear wigs every day, which is not like ideal, I don't think people ideally want to wear wigs every day, but if I'm going to wear wigs every day, I'm going to enjoy the experience. Like I'm not going to get hung up trying to fool people into thinking it's my real hair. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, if I change this style, everybody's going to know I'm wearing a wig. I really don't care if anyone knows I'm wearing a wig. I just need it to look good. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know I know some of these wigs are going to have to go in the trash. So these are the two contenders for the trash. The one I just washed, because we still don't know how this is going to dry. Well, we do know how it's going to dry, but we don't know how it's going to behave. And then the other one, well, these three actually. This wig is one. This wig was a challenge, y'all. I bought this wig a few months ago, right? And I bought two of them because I typically do that. If I buy something and I like it, I'll buy two. And I think I bought two at that time because there was that threat of the tariffs increasing and the price of wigs to go up. So I bought a bunch of wigs at that time, and this was one of them, and I bought two of them. The problem is this particular wig was just so miserable. It's a high-end wig called the Sensational Wig by Tressalure, and it's really pretty here. I've done a ton of work to this wig, so don't get caught up on what it looks like right now. This is the general style of the wig. The style hasn't changed. This is the color. Everything else is, as it was when I purchased it. But the quality of the hair was so bad that it would just tangle up on me. And I traveled overseas to a very hot place, and I was caught on camera, and this wig looked so bad on me in those photos that I was just like, oh my God, either I'm going to toss this expensive wig in the trash or I'm going to try to work on it. So as a DIY kind of girly, I decided to work on it, and I cut out a bunch of the wefts because the hair itself was just really hard to work with. It's a heat-friendly, heat-safe, high-end synthetic wig. And while the budget brands also do a heat-friendly wig, I think with the budget brands, we are accustomed to wearing them a few times and then tossing them in the trash because we typically don't spend more than $40 or $50 on them, which means that, you know, the cost per wear is pretty low. If you could get at least, I don't know, for you, I don't know for what you guys feel, but if, for me, when it comes to a $40 or $50 wig, if I can get a week to 10 days out of it, I'm happy. So I don't mind tossing in the trash. But this wig was like close to $350, I think. So I expected to get a lot more wear out of it, and I didn't. So I was like, well, since I spent that much, I don't want to just toss it in the trash, especially because the construction is pretty good and I like the style. I like the color. The lace is great. Look how pretty the lace is, right? Um, so I cut out a bunch of this human hair wefts, I mean, the synthetic hair wefts, and I replaced them with human hair that I had salvaged from an old wig that no longer serves me. And in this piece, as you can see, I put like one. This is human hair. This is human hair. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's a lot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like all of this, like 12 wefts of human hair have replaced synthetic hair that I took out. But all this at the top is synthetic. So this is all that poor quality hair at the top. And interwoven in between, there are some wefts of synthetic hair. But even still, after doing all that work, that synthetic hair was such poor quality that it kind of gets in the way. And I think I wore it for like 3 or 4 hours last month, and I didn't like how it looked. So I just tossed it back in the bag, and I was like, oh, I have to address this. So here we are, March wig maintenance day, and I'm addressing it, which I think means today I have to wear the wig again to see what exactly is wrong with it, because something is up with the wig. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, when you're doing DIY projects, you have to test the product out. And that usually means going out in the freaking wig, regardless how miserable it is, right? So this wig is giving me kind of trouble. And then there's this one, which I should have thrown this wig a long time ago in the trash, honestly. For some reason, I felt like it was worth it to hold on to it, but ugh, so much work. And then this one. This is the one we just pulled out of the dryer, right, y'all? I don't want to spend. I don't want to throw these wigs in the trash, because even though I did say, you know, this was only $300, it's still $300. You know what I'm saying? It's still $300. That, look. Did you see how quickly this turned into an afro? What the F? I'm so annoyed with it. All right, which one of these products should I use in it? Fet2859 says, hi, hey Fet, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Guys, make sure to like the live and make sure you're subscribed, to make sure you subscribe. So the question is, to tame this, and look, it doesn't move. Back here it moves because I can tell that the bulk of the damage in this wig exists here in the front. The back is pretty decent, like somewhat anyway. It's also a little wet still, so it's hard to actually differentiate. So which one should I use, y'all? Can someone tell me? Should I use the almond oil, the keratin mist, or should I use one of these? This is Anti-Humidity Gloss and Shine by Cream of Nature, their argan oil line. I don't think this is what I need. Do y'all think I need? And the keratin mist, oh my God, I can't even read that. Those words are so little. Leave-in strengthening treatment. Okay, I'm going to use some of this and some of this, and I'm pretty sure this is exactly what I did when I tried this last month, but what the heck? What are you going to do, right? I'm not going to a salon. Y'all, have you ever been to a salon to have your wig styled and they treat you like a freaking like display piece? Oh my God, that seems to happen to me more often than I'd like to admit. I was mentioning this during another live stream that I don't know what it is about my personality, but people feel perfectly fine just like obsessing over my hair. I don't know what that is. I really don't. I was in the hospital once for like something else. I don't even remember what. I think I was giving birth, to be honest. I think I was giving birth. And course, I didn't have my hair on, and the nurse came inside. I should have actually reported her now that I think about it. The nurse came inside, and she was like, oh, "You don't have any hair. Do you shave it? You know?" And I was like, "I'm in the effing hospital, bro." And she was like, "You don't have any hair. Do you shave it?" And I'm like, "No, I have alopecia." I'm talking to a healthcare professional, so really, I didn't expect her to be this surprised. But whatever. So yeah, she's like, "Well, you're." Actually, she left after I told her that. She walked out of the room, and then she came back like 2 hours later with her phone, and she's like, "Do you mind if I take a picture of you? You're like the perfect alopecia person. I've never really known one." And I was like, "No, you can't." And I was like, "What the fudge? What is wrong with people? Like, people are so comfortable bothering me about my hair." So why did I mention that though? Why did I mention that? I don't even remember where I was going with that. But so do I put heat to it now? Yeah, I think I have to throw this away. I only wore, and it's breaking in my hands. I only wore it like 4 or 5 times, to be honest. It feels more comfortable than I remember, but I can tell that lace is going to rip. So I have to, if I'm going to keep this wig, I'm going to have to replace the elastic band and, well, that's it. Figure out how to style it. But I don't think I'm keeping it, to be honest. Would y'all keep this wig or would you get rid of it? Let me get a, oh God. All right, you know what? Every piece of me wants to go to Sephora today and get new lipstick and then go shopping and find some new jewelry pieces because I just know I need new jewelry. But I don't want to spend any money until I know if I need to buy a new wig. I will be traveling in just a week or so. So I definitely need hair and I need to not be fussing with it because I don't like to fuss with my wigs while I'm on vacation. So I have to make these decisions quickly. Do I buy jewelry? What the hell? I'm so annoyed. Okay, I have all my hot tools. Retak says hi. Hi, Retak. You guys have some interesting names. I hope I didn't butcher you guys' names. But hi, guys. How's it going, everyone? I'm doing my March wig maintenance, which is kind of miserable because I think I'm going to be throwing away like at least two wigs today, and I don't want to throw them away because I spent too much money. I think for this wig cost a little under $300, and this one maybe $200. They're both human hair. This was a wig that I tried to lift the shade to a nicer color, but it didn't work out. I'm not sure why I still have it. This one, I don't want to get rid of it because I love the color. Everything should be right. So I'm going to mess with it one time, and then if it doesn't act right, it's just going in the trash. That's why I hate these days. Also, I need to do something with my makeup. Oscar says, hello, my Ariana. Who's Ariana? Hello, my Ariana. That's a funny thing to say. What does that mean? I hope that wasn't an insult. If it was, I'm not going to take it that way. All right, let me plug in all these hot switches. Let's make this thing work. Give me a second, guys. I'm just plugging in hot tools. Oh no! What just happened? Look. Damn it. I lost light now. Oh, wow. Are we back? Okay. And I'm going to sneeze. Oh, sorry, y'all. Okay. So how's everybody doing today? Again, I'm your big bald-headed sister, Action Jacqueline. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Bald Girls chat room. Later today, after I get myself together, if I manage to get myself together, I'm going to do Bald Girl News, which is always fun. So I hope you guys are subscribed and that you like this live so that I can continue to go on and make these videos. I'm all set. I have all my hot tools ready. What's going on with this one? This one gets really hot fast. Okay. All right, let's figure this. Let's figure out this mess. And then I really need to go because I have to cook dinner. That has to be on the table by 5 o'clock. I'm making fish today, but I haven't even finished. I haven't even picked up the fish. So that's an issue. I really hate Wig Maintenance Day. But as I was saying before, last month, I spent nothing. I spent nothing on wigs. Like I said, I have this budget of $240 per month on wigs. And I didn't spend a single dollar on wigs because I knew I had to come back and, go through all my wigs and see which ones are going in the trash and what needs to be replaced. And I was delaying it because I kind of hate it. Like, I hate to find out that it's time to throw a wig away. It always hurts because the money, man. These things are not free and they're not cheap. It doesn't matter how bald you are. Although, y'all know the Big Beautiful Bill. According to the Big Beautiful Bill, if you get diagnosed, or if you get a doctor to sign off on the fact that you need to wear wigs, not that anybody needs to wear wigs, you can totally be bald. But if you want to get a tax discount, then if you get a doctor to sign off that you need to wear wigs, then I believe there's up to a certain dollar amount you can get them paid. You can get a tax break on them. So I don't know how much that you get back, but it would be interesting. I should, you know what? I haven't done my taxes yet. So I wonder if I have time to get a doctor to do that, because it would be nice to get a tax break on that. Apparently some insurance companies pay, but I think it's a matter of like, you have to buy it first, and then on the receipt it has to say something like prosthetic. I don't even know. I don't know, but whatever it is, I've never done it. If you guys have done it, I would love to hear the story of how you get it, how you go about doing that. Our community, although we are a vast number of people who wear wigs every day because we have some sort of hair challenge, we don't like to talk about it. So it's really hard to find this information online. It's always very generic, like, oh yeah, just do this real quick and then you'll be able to get your wig for free. Like, really? Is that how easy it is? I'm pretty sure there's more steps than that. So yeah, this hair is not, look, I have it on my knee and I'm working on it. Okay, my curling iron is hot enough. I have it at about 4. This is too hot. Like, I don't want to burn it. I think I'm throwing this in the trash, y'all. No one is advising me. Can somebody please advise me? Because I need the advice. All right, maybe I need to add some more oil. Is that too much oil now? Like there's no oh my gosh. And listen, I've taken my hair to professionals. And what I've learned is that a professional usually is not a professional in everything. Like let's say you took your wig to a stylist and the stylist is really good at, I don't know, coloring hair. Then fantastic. They'll do a great job at coloring your wig, right? But if you ask that same stylist to give you a nice haircut, they might F it up. This has been my experience. Like no one seems to be good at everything. And I just feel like if I'm going to be paying somebody to do my hair, they need to be able to do it better than me. And I have not very often found anyone who does it better than me. I once had a stylist who I loved. Like I would still bring it to her if I could. But I loved her so much, and this was before I really understood this. I loved her so much that I started bringing my daughter to have her hair done by her. And she wrecked my daughter's hair. And since she wrecked my daughter's hair, and it took honestly 2 or 3 years for my daughter's hair to come back after that. And since she did that, I just can't patronize her in good faith. I mean, I could just buy it. It's like, well, I just can't send her to you. I can't go to her with my daughter, but I can go by myself. I could, but I was like so angry at her because she honestly did something I told her not to do. Like I blatantly told her not to do, and she did it anyway. And y'all, this wig is going in the trash, I think. The wig is going in the trash, and I don't want to throw it in the trash. But I think if I throw it in the trash, my life would be easier. I wouldn't be having this fight anymore. This is the second time around with this fight. And really, I'm not getting anywhere with this flat iron. And even if I was able to get it to look, right, I don't think it would maintain. I don't think it would last for enough time to make it all worth it. And for me, the reason for getting a human hair blonde wig is because I want something that dries nicely. Retack says trash. Trash it, right, Retack? You said trash it? Trash the $300 wig. I'm going to cry, y'all. If I trash this wig, that means I have to go find another human hair wig. Do I? Or could I just be happy with the wigs I have? All right. Retack, you are absolutely right that this wig should be trashed. I threw it behind my couch. Now it's behind the couch, and I have to move the whole couch. You're right. I have to trash it. I will move the whole couch now to throw in the trash. But I had to do that initial display of frustration. All right, let's see what we can do with this one. Bright red fire one. Oh my God, I'm throwing away my whole collection of wigs. Fortunately, I have a bunch of synthetic hair wigs that are good enough. I just always like to have a good human hair wig. I really do. I have a couple, but they're shorts and for kind of like occasions because I have to be in the mood to wear short hair. This hair is much better quality, by the way. What happened here? This is much better quality. And even though I try to bleach it. I try to get it to be the shade that other wig was, but I get scared when it comes to bleach. Like I don't want to damage the hair the way that hair was damaged. So I always wash it out too soon, and it always ends up this weird brassy color. I know I could let it sit longer, but I just feel like I would for sure damage the wig if I did that. So here I am messing around with bright fire red orange hair, which I'm sure also looks ridiculous. We shall try it and see. That's what this day is about, right? Y'all, you know what? Just to add some more context to this whole wig closet reorganization. I also threw away a bunch of clothes yesterday. Well, not, I didn't throw them away, but I put them to donate because y'all ever heard in what do you call it again? In economics, there's this theory called the law of economics. And basically what it says is the more of a thing you have, the less likely you are to enjoy that thing. So it's like saying, you know, if I had one wig, I could enjoy the one wig much more than I would if I had five wigs, because then I would just be like filtering through the five wigs, and some of them I would like and I would wear some, like I wouldn't get the enjoyment from the wig because I have too many other wigs is what I'm trying to say. And I have a ton of other wigs. But I do understand it because every time I take a day out to do this, I realize I'm not enjoying this wig enough. I'm enjoying this wig too much. You know what I'm saying? Am I just rambling? I am just rambling. But yeah, I got rid of a bunch of clothes because what I noticed is a lot of the pieces that I have in my closet, they might flatter me when I'm bald, but they don't flatter me. I mean, they might flatter me when I'm fully dressed, like in my wig, but they don't flatter me when I'm bald. You know what I mean? And I won't keep something in my closet if it doesn't flatter me when I'm bald, because that means it's not my friend. It doesn't have my best interest in mind. You know what I'm saying? So it has to flatter me while I'm bald, because I do like to walk around feeling pretty in my baldness, because that's what I am. I'm bald. Retax says crying. Hold on, I can't see what you said. I gotta move that. Hang on. Oh my God, what's going on here? Crying with you. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're crying with me. I did all that just to see that. I already saw that. But yeah, you're crying with me. Thank you, Retac. I appreciate you. Oh, let me see if this is another one I have to throw away, because the color is ridiculous. I just know it's ridiculous. But you know, us wig girls, we kind of just do it anyway. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of wigs I've worn that I knew I shouldn't have worn. This might be one of them because the quality is pretty decent. And then I think I cut these weird bangs into it. Why did I do that? I was really trying with this wig. Damn it. I mean, of course I have my synthetic wigs. I'll be swimming on this next trip. All right, I did the front. So now that I've done the front, let's just, you know what? Let's just take a look at how it's forming. So I don't want to do the whole thing if I'm just going to throw it in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I could give it another bleach. We'll see. We shall see. And then I get that weird redness out. I think I'm just too old to rock dark hair, so I can't go darker on this wig. It has to be lighter. I'm I'm really sad about that wig. I'm not mad at you for telling me I should have thrown it away. I needed you to tell me that. But I'm really upset about it because damn it, that shit was $300 freaking. And I wore it 4 times, 4 or 5 times. All right, let's see how this one works out. I definitely should not have cut these bangs in because I know I don't like bangs. I don't know why I did that. I was really reaching. So let's try it anyway. Well, I cut them long enough. Hold on. I don't want to burn myself. I can't see myself actually. think if I want to get a good blonde wig, I'm just going to have to spend the money. So in the past, when I've spent money on a good quality blonde wig, I still wasn't completely happy with the wig, if I'm honest. I have this thing about hairlines, and if the hairline is not absolutely correct on a wig, like it will mess with my spirit. So the wigs that I did purchase in the past, the human hair wigs that were really good quality, that were very expensive, all those things, the hairline just didn't do it for me. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. They look fine at face value, but then when you put them on, somehow they're just wrong. I really love budget-friendly brands like Outre and Sensational. They do a fantastic job with their hairlines, y'all. But again, those wigs don't last very long. Which wouldn't be a problem if you didn't have to put a lot of work into the wig. Some wigs do require, like even the synthetic wigs, they do require some like customization, and that little time you spend customizing a wig can get a little daunting. What y'all think about this wig? Let me see. Does it look ridiculous? Let me see how ridiculous. See, what throwing away that $300 wig, to me, it means I have to put money aside for another wig. I can't like get rid of a wig without replacing it. Although I could, because I do have a bunch of wigs, right? But like I said, I want that human hair wig. And what that means is I can't do the shopping I wanted to do. I can't go buy the new lipstick. I gotta just work with what I have. And sometimes a girl wants to go shopping. I really wanted to go shopping today. So I'm upset. I guess when I go shopping today, I'll only be coming home with fish. Boo! Boo! So the plan would be, this one is okay. Let me look in a big mirror. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn on this overhead light, and hopefully you guys can let me know how ridiculous this color looks, because somehow in the dark, color looks fine, but let me get out of that sun and I dead ass look like a matchstick, like with fire on it. Is it too bright? Can y'all even see that? This light is yellow, so I mean, yellow light, that's the same color as the sun, right? So it's pretty much what it's gonna look like. Would you guys keep this wig, or would you, what should I do? I don't know. Because I don't want any more wigs in my, like I could sell this one because it's good quality. Could sell it, or I could keep it. Would you guys sell it or keep it? One thing you guys can count on is if ever I come up with a wig line, I promise I will never sell a wig that will look a whole fool on you after a couple of years. I will never do that to you. I do sell my used wigs from time to time, like on eBay or Poshmark, but I only sell them if they're good quality. So you guys never have to worry if you ever decide to buy one of my wigs that I'm selling you some shit that's gonna make a fool out of you. Because a lot of these wigs will make a fool out of you, unfortunately. Okay, I think I might actually keep this wig. This one is okay, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what was the reason why I was frustrated with it in the first place, because it seems all right. Seems all right. I don't know. I was hoping one of you guys could let me know, but no one's talking today. You guys are so quiet. I'm forcing myself to drink this juice that I made. It's not my favorite. I really like juicing in the summertime because I really enjoy summer fruits. Winter fruits, not so much. This one is beet and cantaloupe, which is okay, but and then I need the beets for my cholesterol. So it's always gonna be beets, but the complementary fruit has to be yummy. I'm not a big fan of cantaloupes. Mm, okay, but it is thirst quenching. All right, so I think I'm gonna keep that one. The other one that fell behind the couch, I'll throw that one away as soon as I fish it from behind the couch. Did y'all ever see that video with that girl whose wig fell off while she was in an interview and it fell behind the couch? She was great. Maybe I'll repost that one day so you guys can see it. Then there's this wig. This is a high-end wig, actually. I spent a lot of money on this wig and I wore it a ton of times. It's really good quality, but it has a bald spot in the scalp. So it has a bald spot in the scalp and it has gotten thin over time. Because y'all know the wigs, they do lose hair over time. So the bang is like really, really thin. And I did do a comb over, so you can't see the bald spot, but it means that I only have one way to style it. So I think I would keep this one. I think I'm gonna take a weft out of a good quality human hair wig I have that is no longer serving me and probably sew it into the sides here just so I could have a little bit more fullness in the front. I don't like this, how thin that bang is. So I will work with this one a little bit. I'll hold on to this one. You want to see the bald spot that I was talking about? Let me show you. It's on the other side. Can you see it? Oh, can't see it. My nose is running too. I have a little cold, so I'm sorry for that. I think it's all right. But yeah, there's definitely a bald spot. Can't see it right now, but it's somewhere over there. All right, guys. So I'm going to get out of here. Go buy the fish. I guess I won't be going to Sephora. I guess I won't be going to I might go to Primark just to get another piece of jewelry. Primark jewelry is pretty cheap. So I should be okay if I spend like $12 on a pair of earrings or something. I don't think they have the kind of earrings I like at Primark though. There's another store a little further out where they have really, really good quality earrings. And I want a stone. I want like a pretty pink or blue stone. The blue stone earrings I had before finally fell apart after like wearing them every day for a year. They finally fell apart while I was in Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago. Would y'all keep this wig? Look. What the heck? Be like this. This wig is good though. I'll keep it for a while longer. And I think I'll try to do that sewing thing. And hopefully you guys will be following my channel so that you could see what it looks like after I've done that. I'm going to wear the Tressalore wig that I pretty much reconstructed. I'll wear that today to see if it's worth keeping because in this moment I'm feeling like it is. But, you know, that could change within moments. Okay, so I'm turning the heat to 230 because these heat safe wigs, although they're heat safe up to like 400 degrees, they won't curl if it's too hot. And also the plastic it won't melt, but it will look extra shiny. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to blow my nose. So I'm going to work on this wig a little bit before I go out. I'll do that off camera. Maybe I'll do one curl with you guys. And then I'll show you what wigs I plan on bringing with me on this trip. There's one wig I always carry with me on a beach vacation. This is not a beach vacation that I'll be going on, but there is a beach. I'll actually be going to Jamaica, but for business. I do intend to stumble across the beach, though. Unfortunately, I won't be staying at a resort. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but 90% of Jamaica's beaches are private now, which is really sad. For reference, I am Jamaican. My mom is Jamaican. And so I do have like ties to the community. So it really hurts me to think of that. Anyway, we're going there. I do intend to be at the beach at least once, hopefully twice. And there is a synthetic wig that I always bring with me on my vacations. It's called the Butter Unit 11. Yeah, the Butter Unit 11. And if you go through my videos, you can see it for yourself because I wear that wig all the time. When I'm swimming in it, if I take it with me on vacation, typically I can wear it almost every day. Like the wig is just so nice that it lasts the entire like 3 or 4 or 5 days that I'm on vacation, and I end up wearing it to dinner. I end up wearing it partying. I end up wearing it all the time. But after about 4 or 5 days of like rough wearing, like swimming in salt water and all that other stuff, it is time to throw it away. I think the purpose of this whole video was to remind you guys how important it is to throw away your wig sometimes, because if you don't, you'll end up with a bunch of hair that frustrates you and makes wig wearing very, very miserable. Being bald is hard enough without the added weight of that wig. Y'all know that, right? So, yeah. I'm glad that I had Retac to tell me to throw that wig in the trash, because I think I might have tried to work with it if you didn't say that, Retac. I'm not sure. I was close to the end, but I wasn't all the way there. Had I been all the way there, I don't even think I would have asked you. I'd have just done it. So clearly you did help me. All right, guys. So I'm going to finish curling the rest of this, and then I'm going to go get the fish, make my fish. And then tonight we're going to do Bald Girl News. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a great time, and hopefully I'll see you again tonight. Peace out.